All right. Welcome to our Sweet 16 of Wrestling Factions. Just let you know, this is going to be pretty hot. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited to kind of talk about this because I was a huge Wrestling Factions fan, kind of growing up during the WWE. Yeah. So let's go ahead and hit that segment right there. Meow. And let's talk about our first two competitors. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not biased. I love Triple H and Shawn Michaels, but I guarantee you that I will not be biased during this Sweet 16 wrestling factions. No, I'm just kidding. No. I'll try not to be biased. I swear to God. First, we have the Shield. We have Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Obviously, they're amazing singles competitors, but let's see who they're facing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, we have the Freebirds, the fabulous Freebirds. We have Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, Terry Gardy, and Jim Gervin. Obviously, they ruled the tag team division for the longest time in NWA, AWA, and Jim Crockett Promotions, and they were known as the Freebird Rule here. So, picking between the two, oh, that's so hard. That's so hard because I'm a modern wrestling fan, but to be brutally honest, and I know y'all are gonna hate me because you might think it's biased, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Shield. The Shield. That's because, dude, it's freaking Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is, he's on the list of best. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my bracket here. He's 1,316 days. That's all I need to say. Just kidding. No, but no, seriously, that's all I need to say. All right. So our next about we have Evolution. Evolution, Triple H, Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista. They did wonders for the Ruthless Aggression era, putting over John Cena. They were pretty hot, man. They were very hot. And Randy Orton eventually he got turned on, and then you got Dave Batista eventually fighting Triple H and doing all that. But when they were together, absolute dominance. Who are they gonna fight? Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, we have the cabinet. We have the cabinet. We have John Bradshaw Layfield with Orlando Jordan, the Basham brothers, Amy Weber, and Julian Hart. Oh shoots, JBL's a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal person on the mic. He's a phenomenal wrestler. He was Bradshaw during the Attitude Era, but Triple H, man, I don't think he was able to beat Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, Ric Flair. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the winners. I'm gonna say WWE's Evolution moves on and moves past the cabinet featuring JBL. But you shouldn't hang your head low. Obviously, JBL was pretty dope, but Evolution is a mystery. Full of James Jordan. I don't know. Every single time Motorhead sings a Triple H song, it's pretty awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next bout in our Sweet 16. Oh shoot, we have the Heart Foundation. Mm. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Brian Pillman, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jim the Nivelle Hart, and also the British Bulldog. Man, can anybody beat these guys? Honestly, these guys are, if y'all are paying attention at home, these are kind of my favorites to end up in the finals. Spoiler alert! Just kidding. No, I'm not trying to sound too crazy. But let's go ahead and see their opponents. Boom, 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 boom. The corporation, you have Tess, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, the Big Boss Man, The Rock, Ken Shamrock. Obviously, during the Attitude Era, these guys were like a big deal. And it was like, don't cross the boss because you had all these guys breathing down your necks. You had The Rock as a world heavyweight champion. You had the Big Boss Man as a hardcore champion. Oh man, the final boss. This is what happens when you mess with the final boss. No, I'm just kidding. To be honest, like I said before, I can't fight it. I can't act like I don't love the Heart Foundation because, boom, the winners are the Heart Foundation. The best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. Bret Hart has obviously left an impact onto wrestling just in a whole. Obviously, I feel for, their family in terms of Owen Hart, his tragic passing, but you know, obviously the best for their family. But moving on, we have our next bout, which is who's the next bout? Oh shoot. Might as well give them the championship right now. I'm done with this. I'm done with this list. Degeneration X wins. It's over. I'm just kidding. No. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? If you don't, I got two words for you. No, I can't say that on air. Can I say that on air? This is PG. Can I say? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to chance it. But Degeneration X was awesome. Degeneration X, time and time again, if it was the late 90s, the early 2000s to 2007, where he reunited with Shawn Michaels. I don't know. DX was like absolutely crazy. And to be honest, I don't know anybody who's going to go, going to compete with that. Oh no. Oh no, we have the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness. Legend versus legend. Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Mike. Oh man. Oh, this is so hard. When I put this together, I kind of have the mentality like DX is gonna beat this easily. But to be honest, the moment I put it on screen, I was like, shiz. Can I do the Undertaker? But honestly, you had the Undertaker, Farouk and Bradshaw, Viscera and Minion, and then you had the Brood, which consists of Gangrel, Christian, and Edge. But out of all them, I think Edge and the Undertaker are the only really ones that kind of made a name for themselves. Of course, you had Bradshaw. Bradshaw was pretty dope. But he did not have half the title runs that Shawn Michael has. Obviously in DX you had Road Dogg, X Pac, and the Billy Gunn were kind of like like moved them to the side. But then you had China, the ninth wonder of the world. So hey, hate her to love it, but the winners of this match is going to be D-Generation X. Are you ready? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you think you can tell us what to do? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Yeah, DX is a lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next bout. Next bout. Bum, 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 bum. We have Camp Cornette. Camp Cornette. Camp Cornette was cool. I like a little old school. You had Owen Hart, Vader, Yokozuna, and the British Bulldog teaming up. Of course, at the time there were, obviously you had Jim Cornette Promotions. Jim Cornette did a lot of time with the WWF, WCW, and he did a lot for TNA Impact Wrestling. So obviously, he's absolutely someone who should be recognized. I feel for him. I think it's pretty super cool. But ultimately, um, I don't know. Like, let's see who he's fighting next. Boom, 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 boom. I know I keep saying that, but I don't mean to annoy you guys. But oh, we have the Wyatt family. Oh man, am I biased because of the Wyatt family and I love Bray Wyatt? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. You had Bray Wyatt, guys. Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper. Uh, four amazing individuals. Obviously, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper's not with us today. We wish the best to their families. But this when the Wyatt family came in. When the Wyatt family came in, it was absolute chaos. Like they attacked John Cena, they destroyed CM Punk, Nexus, The Shield. These guys were like a force to be reckoned with, and these four behemoths absolutely like killed it. But oh man, but then you had Vader, Yokozuna. In themselves, those two guys could probably take on the whole Wyatt family. And I don't want to seem like I keep picking teams that are more like my era, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the people who come out victorious is the Wyatt family. Oh, hate me. Please hate me. Send me a message on the Tips and Donations link at the GSMC Sports Network. Tell me how much you hate me. But no, honestly, the Wyatt family, they did really, really well. They really, really did in this thing we call WWE life, and just they're all idols because of it. So yeah, moving on. Next we have bum 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 bum. The Nexus. Ooh, this was a good one. I liked seeing the Nexus because it included David Otunga, Husky Harris, Bray Wyatt, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, um, Chris Sheffield, Darren Young, Wade Barrett, and Mason Ryan. So you had a lot of, and to be honest, you got to think of Nexus in this way: that if it wasn't for Nexus, I don't really believe that there would be like an NXT, because I feel like the reason why they created NXT was for these young superstars. Was the reason why these young superstars don't have to keep coming out and disrupting matches on Raw or SmackDown, or pay-per-views for that matter. So this is the dawning of NXT right here. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but the Nexus, the moment they brought in the Nexus and everybody was everybody, all the fans were invested on these new guys coming in and attacking CM Punk, John Cena, and just basically, I think it was Randy Orton, Batista as well. It was kind of like a new generation versus the Ruthless Aggression era. And I feel like the Nexus was a way that they kind of did that. But let's see their opponents. Oh, the NWO. That's just bad booking right there. That's just that's just bad booking because I really like the Nexus. I really, really do. But the NWO is the NWO. Oh, the hardest decision I ever had to make. Oh my God. This is like picking between my two children. I'm just kidding. No, no, but this is honestly, I think the winner is going to be the NWO. Fanaya, Fanaya, no. Like this is like the NWO was like a rite of passage when it comes to like WCW. Also, when they invaded into WWF/WWE, this is like someone that like you had Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. All three of those guys came from WWE. They came from Vince McMahon. And then you had Eric Bischoff on his high horse at the time trying to win during the Monday Night Wars, doing anything in their power. You had both Bagwell, you had Conan. Who else do we see on the screen? Is that the ravishing Rick Rude? Like you can't, and then the NWO Wolfpack, which included Lex Luger, and Sting. Like the NWO is like you can't compete with them. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if these guys wind up in the finals with the Hart Foundation. So, obviously good for them, the NWO, and to kind of kill it all off. And I don't want to receive too much scrutiny here, and to kind of finish, it's 9 p.m. So I think this is perfect time. We have the Radicals. We have the Radicals: Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit. I'm not trying to, push any buttons here. I'm not trying to make this a podcast about, controversial subjects, but these guys were talented. When these guys were in the ring, you paid attention. Eddie Guerrero, absolute legend. Chris Benoit, oh, that's what I'm really gonna say. Dean Malenko, it's a submission machine. He's kind of like a Samoa Joe. Perry Saturn was kind of like the muscle, kind of like the Batista, the Evolutionary. And these guys, the moment they came to WWE, they flourished. And if it wasn't for Vince McMahon throwing all these guys from ECW, WCW under the bus, they wouldn't be surprised to see that Dean Malenko would still be wrestling in WWE, or being like, he's backstage. He's backstage. He helps with talent. Obviously, they keep him around for a reason. So I really like the Radicals when they came. And like I said, Eddie Guerrero also, like this is like, I included the Radicals because you just can't ignore the impact that they made on WWE or WWF. And I have them against the Four Horsemen. Did I do this on purpose to kind of please fans that I don't have to keep talking about Chris Benoit? Maybe. No. But you had the Four Horsemen. Obviously, you had Ric Flair, on Anderson. Uh, um, you had Lex Luger. You also have Ole Anderson, Kurt Hennig, Truly Bouchard. You had Sting eventually, and also Sid Vicious, like further down the line. But I don't know, like it's crazy. Like you can't really compete with the Four Horsemen. So obviously the winner is going to be bum 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 the Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen, they did what they did, and obviously they left a huge imprint onto the WWE. We're running out of time, so I wasn't able to finish that last match for the Sweet 16 of WWE factions. But you know what they say, always leave them wanting more. So I hope you guys tune into my next podcast. It's going to be tomorrow, same time. Who would have thunk it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Who would have thunk it? Everybody would have thunk it. Anyways, hope you guys like my show. It's pretty dope. I had fun talking to you guys as much as I hope you guys had fun talking to me. Once again, thank you for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to like and subscribe and, show me your best Superman punch and punch that, there's that thumbs up there. You don't want to, you want to break that thumb, dude. Break it. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah. But leave a positive review at the GSMC Sports Network. We love peace, love, and positivity, baby, all the way. Also, we invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter/X, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Once again, if I haven't made you a wrestling fan by now, we have Sam with baseball, Kenneth on football. We also have the Andrew Tate show, where he's there with Faith, like totally killing it, talking about the sports entertainment industry's hottest topics. If you want to hear some hot takes, if you want to be entertained, make sure you tune into that. Besides that, just tune into the GSMC Sports, not even sports, like we have just podcast after podcast after podcast. We're a pretty big conglomerate, so if you don't want to miss out on all the action, just give us a look at the GSMC, podcasting network. But that's it for me. I'm your boy E here, and just remember, thank you again for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast. And hey, have a good day.